Peace. What's the word, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before I start building on the subject matter. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Thursday thus far. It's snowy on my end, little ice out here and whatnot, man. So we chilling on the inside. So hopefully, everybody having a better Thursday than we having over here weather-wise. But what's the word, everybody? Let me know how y'all living and feeling before I start tapping into the subject matter for the day. What's the word? How we holding up? How we maintaining? Give y'all about 2-3 minutes, man, to populate the chat up in this joint, man, before we start building, man. This is kind of feeling inspirational and motivational today, man. That's where my mind is at, man. So I'll pass along some of that energy, man. Ray, peace. What's happening with you, my brother? What's the word? How you living? How you feeling? Wonderful Thursday. Like I said, on my end, we dealing with some ice and whatnot. So we laying low. Javon, peace. What's happening? Antonio, my brother, yeah, man, I made it in about 2-3 hours ago. I don't think I'm going back out, man. It was kind of rough. I got up in here right when it was starting. Magic Realms, peace. What's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling? Who buying them? Peace. What's the word? Shantae, peace. Queen, what's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling, man? I ain't did a stream in about 4 days, man. Just been kind of chilling. Airview, peace. What's happening, my brother? Yeah, I've been absent from the streams, man. So hopefully y'all had a nice 4 days, man, in my absence. Right, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Got to make them funds. Got to make them funds. Eric, peace. What's happening? Cool, there we go. You say it's all good for sure, for sure. But yeah, man, y'all see the title of this stream, man. I want to talk about just listening to ourselves, man. A lot of times we talking about listening, we talk about listening to other people, but you are the best knower of yourself. And a lot of times we get the proper signals from our bodies, from our own minds. And we neglect ourselves more than we neglect anybody else. So like I said, normally when a conversation comes up about listening, we are talking about in regards to relationships and things like that, listening to your spouse, listening to your boyfriend, girlfriend, all of that is cool and whatnot. But how often do you listen to yourself? Phil, peace, what's happening? Magic Realms, that's what's up. So they've been feeling good, catching up on things. There you go. How often do we listen to ourselves, man? The mind body is the best knower. Your body will let you know. I tell people all the time, Dean, peace, what's happening, man? Y'all know I'm a trainer, I'm a personal trainer. All the time I tell people, man, when they start asking about how often should they work out, things like that. I tell them a lot of times your body will let you know. Just listen to your body. Listen to your body. Montel, peace, what's happening, man? Everything is peaceful. Listen to the body. Your body will let you know. Like if you have a day, man, where you just not feeling it, you're not feeling good, don't try to force yourself to work out. That could actually make you sick. Rest. That might be your body letting you know that, hey, it's time to rest. Take a break today. Don't go in there today. Listen to the body, but we like to go against what our body tells us most of the time. So when your body starts to give you all of these signals, all of these signs, man, it's time for you to just start listening to what your body is telling you. So I tell people all the time, man, if you just wasn't feeling it, man, don't beat yourself up over the head because you had to miss one workout because your body was telling you, man, it's take a break. Take a break today. You know, I started to listen to my body, man. And I had those days where it's like my body's just like, man, I don't feel like doing anything, man. Just not today. And I take that break and I won't feel bad about it. And then I come back the next day feeling rejuvenated and I'm back at it. Like I never rested. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, that's the key. That's the key, man, to proper healing, proper resting, and proper recovery and things like that. Just listening to the body. It's really that simple at times. Just listen. Your body will let you know, like, hey, man, like, nah, man, we're not feeling it today, so we're not going to do it. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, magic for sure. And a lot of times that's what people tend to do. They burn themselves out. They overwork themselves. overwork themselves because they want to ignore the body. Somebody done told them they need to work out 7 days a week, so therefore they think they about to work out 7 days a week. Like, no, don't do that. Your body cannot handle that. Somebody else that's doing it, man, they may have been doing this for a minute. You fresh in the game. Like, don't burn yourself out. Start with something manageable, you know? Because once you reach that burnout stage, it's like instead of you staying consistent with something like exercise, and once you reach that point to where you burn out, now you don't want to do it at all. Opposed to if you listen to your body just gonna be like, all right, man, I need to rest today, but then tomorrow we back at it. That's the benefit of listening to the body, listening to the mind. Your body not gonna rest you for the rest of your life. But once you burn yourself out, once you go against the body and you burn yourself out, it's like, nah, it's over. Like, man, I don't want to do this at all, man. I'm burnt out. So just learn when to listen, because like I said, your body give you signs. Dean, for sure. Yeah, Antonio, man, I remember I tweaked something, man. I took like 2 or 3 weeks off. I didn't rush it at all. Got back in there, man. Felt so good. It was crazy. Shantae, for sure. Hey, take that break, though. Take those breaks. Them breaks are crucial. Listen to that body. I know your body let you know when you need that break. I know your body give you some signs. And that's just with everything. Just even outside of overworking, your body lets you know when you're eating the wrong foods. Like, it just will instantly, for the most part, it will instantly let you know when something is off. But we overlook and neglect those small signs. So a lot of times people will say, well, I didn't feel like I've been eating this and I've never had any symptoms, or I never felt bad, man. Most of the times that's a lie. We just ignore them. Again, like anything that's negative that came from that resulted after you, that was a result of you consuming the food, that's your symptom, that's your sign. So if you felt tired, lethargic after consuming some food, that's a symptom. But we think that's normal. You got a headache after you consume something. That's a symptom. That's a sign. That's not normal. You know, so we got to pay attention to small things like that. All right, for sure. There you go, because we listen to the body. That's one way to avoid becoming obese and overweight. Listen to your body. Hear what you say. What advice would you suggest to give to others in order for them to properly tap into their own? The first thing I tell people all the time when it comes to listening to yourself, man, just do the thing, like act on the things that you know you need to do. Like, don't think about it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? We all have those gut feelings. We all know when something just feels right to do. That those are the things that your mind is telling you that you need to do. So do it. So when you got something that is in your gut, it feels like this is the path you need to travel or go down, like the path you need to go down that path. Don't ask no questions, don't second guess yourself. That's the first thing that one must stop doing. Just stop second guessing yourself. We do that all the time. So when you looking like, all right, man, it's like it feel like in my gut, it feel like I need to move this way. Do it. Don't think about it. You feel like in my gut, I need to do this. I need to start this business. Do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it. Do it. So when something is sitting well within you, like it feels good, you feel good about it, you feel great about it, pursue it. And don't ask no questions. Don't look for any type of validation. Don't look for any type of confirmation. Because again, when you seek that validation and confirmation, 9 times out of 10, somebody just gonna try to talk you out of it. So if it's something that feels right with you, man, just pursue it. Go after it. And don't ask any questions. Again, the only L you're gonna take, as we know, it's a lesson. So just go ahead and pursue it. And you say, same regards to eating. I ate some fried chicken, so I told myself no more fried foods for a minute, for sure. Yeah, your body instantly, man. Especially like the cleaner you eat, the more true that, like the more true that is, the more weight that holds. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you clean yourself up out here just internally, man, you eat the wrong foods, your body almost instantly rejects it. King Ramses, peace, what's happening? So when you start to detox and fast and just cleanse yourself internally, man, it's almost instant rejection, man. When you eat something that you're not supposed to eat, your body almost instantly rejects it, man. You like, oh man, should not have consumed that. So we definitely, like I said, got to pay more attention on that end, because a lot of times the signs and all of that right in front of our faces, we just ignored them, man. We just ignored them. So we had that major symptom, that heart attack or something, or that stroke, and we want to act like we've been fine all these years. Like, no, you haven't. You was just ignoring all of those headaches that you considered minor, that you thought, man, oh, I just got this headache because I'm tired. Things like that. Even if you got the headache for that reason, that's still not good. A headache is your body letting you know something is wrong. So we got to be mindful of that, man. When your body is letting you know something is wrong, then it's time for you to make adjustments. Yeah, Shante, man, I be out for almost out for the week. Crown, peace, what's happening? All my life, vegetation has been my favorite thing to put into my body. There you go. There you go. It's important, man. It's always got to always be mindful in regards to what we put in that body, put in the mind as well. But yeah, man, like a lot of times I don't see people pay attention to those headaches as far as symptoms from how food impacts you. You know, a lot of people don't pay attention to those headaches. We overlook those headaches. Like, yeah, this headache ain't nothing. I just sleep it off. Me being tired, me being sleepy, that ain't nothing. That ain't a problem. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Airview, man. I can't, man. I tap into dairy, man. My body, I can't take it. If I eat something that got some dairy in it, it's over. Dean, there you go. And that's the best feeling, man. That the fullness without the energy drain. Best feeling. Feel light. Yeah, magic. And again, not normal, but we write it off. Like, I got a little headache. That ain't nothing. Just a little headache. Just a little headache. That's it. Yeah, Shantae, most definitely with the water. But you know, this day and age, people don't like water for whatever reason. They don't like water and fruit. It's the era we live in. People don't like water, and they tell you, they proudly tell you they don't like water. That's the world we live in today. Yeah, like, I don't like water. I don't like how it tastes. It's the world we live in. But yeah, man, listen to yourself, man. I know y'all got situations in y'all lives, man. I know y'all got examples to where you went against your better judgment. Y'all can probably name some times right now to where in your mind you had it one way, but the reality of it is you moved in total opposition to how you knew you should have moved. And it turned out exactly how you knew it would turn out if you went against what you knew to do. I know y'all got examples of that in y'all lives. I know y'all done been there, done that. Where you have went against yourself, made a decision that you knew you shouldn't have made. And it ended up unfolding exactly how you knew it would. And you got to look back at it like, man, I should have did this. I should have did X, Y, and Z. That is one of the worst feelings known to man, when you go against your better judgment. When you go against something that you knew you should have did or shouldn't have did, you do it anyway. The worst feeling, because you knew better and you still chose to not do better. And it came back to haunt you. And it went accordingly. Worst feeling in the world. Worst feeling in the world. And this applies to anything in life. Any situation in life where you could think of where, man, all right, you was like, all right, I should do this. But in reality, you did the total opposite of what you knew. I know y'all got some examples of that, man. I know y'all got some situations in y'all lives where y'all went against y'all better judgment, man. Talk to me. I know y'all done been there, done that. Somebody break something down to me, man. When is one time in life where you went against your better judgment? Did something that you know you shouldn't have did, you shouldn't have done. And it unfolded exactly how you envisioned, exactly how you thought it would, had you did what you shouldn't have did or shouldn't have done. Go ahead and talk to me. Somebody give me an example, man. I know y'all got some examples for me, man. I know y'all got some situations like that, man. I know y'all done been there, done that. I know we ain't the only one that then said, all right, man, I'm gonna do this, but then reality is I went that way. And it was like, all right, shouldn't have did that. Should have did exactly what I knew to do. One of my biggest examples of this is college. I knew I shouldn't have approached college the way that I did, and I did it anyway, and ended up with the debt that I was trying that I knew was gonna come my way had I did it that way. So I still made the dumb decision. And I got to live with that every day, that I accumulated that student loan debt that I told myself right before I went to college that I was not going to fool with. So I knew better and still went against what it was that I knew. Terrible decision. Terrible. Boom, Crypto Peace. What's happening? Terrible decision. College is my that's my biggest situation like that, man. I was telling myself at 18, was like, man, I'm not trying to accumulate all this student loan debt. If I'm gonna go to school, I'll make it affordable. I'm gonna try to do that thing for free, something along those lines. Even got accepted to those schools to where it wouldn't have been as bad as it is for me now, and still went the other route. Still went the other route, man. Horrible decision. Literally made a horrible decision. Like, that's horrible decision. And like I said, gotta live with it. Can't shake it. Can't shake it. It wasn't a situation where I didn't know better, because I did. Like, literally, I had the knowledge. I was like, I don't want that student loan debt. So I knew it. I knew that was a bad thing. The outside people got into my ear. It was like, man, you can go to this school and play football here. Woo, woo, woo. I let people talk me into that decision. Bad, man. Bad. Boom, Crypto, appreciate that. Show, Dean, yeah, I know a lot of people can relate to that. Patrick, for sure. Most people probably can relate to it, man. It was just a horrible decision. And then on top of that, what I even went to school for, like, no, shouldn't have did that. Shouldn't have done that. Like, I told myself also, I was like, if I go to college, man, then I should go for something that's real specific. Didn't even do that. So I took two L's, so to speak, with the college situation. Airview, and that's how it be. It's almost like it's laughable. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's laughable because I knew it was gonna turn out like this. So it's like you just end up calling yourself an idiot because it's like, man, I knew this was gonna happen, man. I still did it anyway. This is what I get. Montel, what you say, being over dependent on certain one resource for an assignment in college. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I could definitely see that. But yeah, man, I got plenty of situations like that, man. Then back early on when I was transitioning to a healthier lifestyle, you know, I would make conscious decisions to eat certain foods that I knew would tear me up. Ate the foods anyway. You know, when I was trying to wean myself off of the dairy, man, I go right back. Like, it'll be some months or it'll be some weeks, and then all of a sudden I eat something like a cheese pizza knowing that it's gonna tear me up, or like some milk or something knowing it's about to kill me, and I do it anyway, and then it tear me up. So I'm hurting, I'm like, man, you dummy, man, you shouldn't have did that. Yeah, Magic, for sure. You know, and we can't blame, and at that point you can't blame anybody but yourself, and that's all I do, man. I blame myself because, like I said, I knew better. I fell victim to the outside, you know, the outside voices, the outside noise. That was on me. That wasn't on anybody else. I can't blame anybody else for that. Ground, what you say, fooling with toxic people. I told myself not to. Did it, and ended up losing security within self and falling into depression. And it wasn't until I got around healthy people that things fell over. Oh man, for sure. Fooling with toxic people, yeah. Fooling with toxic people, for sure. You know, my thing was fooling with people in general. You know what I'm saying? Just being too trustworthy, you know, or being too trusting. Just trusting people, man. Just trusting people to treat you like you treat them. You know, that was a situation I faced early on, but I learned that lesson quick. I learned that lesson quick, man. But again, like I said, when I started studying Buddhism and stuff like that, got rid of expectations. But before I was studying that, be too trusting, man. It's like if I treat if I treat such and such with respect, or if I treat such and such right, then they should do the same to me. No. You know. Boom Crypto for sure, man. I've never had a job, or I had never had a job in my degree field, man, at all. Not even close. Big Smooth, peace, peace. You saying that boat right now. Students of life for life. Always learning. Then what you say, I decided to be an F-boy in college because of peer pressure instead of just being the good guy. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've seen that plenty of times. Seen that plenty of times. I've seen a lot of brothers fold under that pressure. And simply because you'll start seeing all the chicks gravitate toward a certain type of dude. And you were like, oh, okay, this is what they like. And you will see some brothers adopt that personality just so they can attract, the ladies. All the while they know that that's just a trash personality to embrace. But it's like, man, they trying to get the ladies. So let me go ahead and do this. Whole while in the back of your mind, you know what type of woman you're gonna attract. You know what I'm saying? When you take on that type of personality. Boom Crypto, what'd you say? Toxic people, toxic chemicals were my downfall. I got off of dope and started learning and applying myself. That's the key, man. I got a book that say, man, when you stop learning, that's when you die. So we always, you know what I'm saying? We need to always strive to learn from everything, anything, everybody, anybody. The moment you stop learning, that's when you die. Magic, would you say toxic people can disturb your peace? There were a couple of times in my life where I should have kept to myself, knowing how some people are. Then I go against that and end up being hurt in return, for sure, man. Plenty of times where I was just like, man, I shouldn't offer my 2 cents to this person. Just really shouldn't do it. Shouldn't invest in trying to help this person out. Then what you turn around and do, try to help that person out. Then it backfires, and now you just upset that you done wasted your time, energy, and effort in trying to help this person out, just for them to not be as receptive to your help, even though you knew that. So I done been there, done that plenty of times, man. So that's why now I don't really offer a lot of assistance unless somebody asks me. And then even if somebody asks me, I still got to vet that person out. Like, nah, I'm not gonna offer my advice to any and everybody. And I'm not saying that like my advice is golden, but if you come to me for advice, obviously you must respect my opinion. So once you come to me for advice, that don't necessarily guarantee that I'm gonna give it to you. Because I got tired, man, a long time ago. I got tired of wasting my energy and effort trying to like put people on. Like I was coming across helpful information, and I'm trying to put a lot of people on that can use this information. And they just look at me crazy. So I got tired of that, man. I got tired of wasting that energy. Valuable information, and you just spitting all this game to people and nobody's listening. Nobody's implementing anything. Like that gets draining. So I'm only sharing that information with people that I know once I give it to them, they're going to take it and run with it. They're going to do something with it. They're going to apply it. That's when I start sharing the information. If I feel like you just want to, like, nah, man, if I feel like you have bad intentions or whatever the case may be, then nah, we not going to chop it up. I'm not giving you this information. If I feel like you have no intentions of implementing the information, then nope. Doreen, peace, what's happening? Ray, peace, what's how you say? Never had a job in my degree field neither. Don't know why that is. Oh yeah, I already know why my situation turned out the way that it is. Or yeah, the way that it was turning out. I already know. Boom Crypto, you say how many people are in careers they hate because of peer pressure from parents? Man, I read that in a book a while ago, man. But most people are in that type of boat, man. Most people are in that boat, in that field. Because like I said, man, parents can kill the creativity. They can kill the innovative mind. You know, when you a child, you got all of these ideas, you got all of these passions, these interests, but your parents gonna condition you to focus on what generates the revenue, generates the most money. You can't make money painting pictures. You know what I'm saying? You can't make money doing music. You can't make money writing books. Like, that's the type of stuff they gonna tell you. So they killing your passion, they killing your interest, they killing all this stuff early, and they telling you to focus on things that's gonna generate some money. Go be this doctor, go be this scientist, go be this lawyer. Things you may not want to do, but you doing it because they told you this is where the money is at. This is how you're gonna take care of your family. All the while you can make money doing those other things. They just didn't know how. You know? So a lot of people are doing things they hate simply because their parents influenced them to go against what it was they was passionate about and interested in, because their parents didn't know how to generate enough revenue doing those things. There's plenty of ways you can make earn a living painting pictures, being an artist. Come on now. But if a child came to his parents like, man, I want to be an artist, you know what I'm saying? I want to major in art. They're gonna be like, nah, man, they're gonna be suspect about that. Boom Crypto, you said I want to see your reading list up there on the shelf. I bet there are good ones. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hey, that reading list is coming soon. But I'm gonna give y'all the book that I'm chopping down right now. Hold on. Give y'all a book for the day to go grab right here. The End of Mental Illness. The End of Mental Illness. Grab this book, man. This book is nice, man. I've talked about this book before, actually, man, when I first started streaming. But this book is good, man. The End of Mental Illness. Go grab that book, man. It talks about the importance of your brain in reference to mental health, or the importance of your brain health in reference to mental health. They was like, mental health is one of the only like diagnoses where they don't examine like the body part. So it was like, man, if you tell somebody you having heart problems, then they gonna examine the heart, you know. And he was saying like, if you, so it was the heart. Trying to think of what other body part he said. So basically, if you have any other ailment with a body part, he was saying then they gonna give you like an MRI, X-ray on that particular body part. But when you say you depressed, nobody thinks to examine the brain, see the condition of the brain. You know, so again, like I said, if you say, oh man, I got a heart issue, they gonna say, all right, let's examine the heart. Like, all right, man, my shoulder hurt. Let's examine the shoulder. Man, my lower back hurt. Let's examine the spine. Man, my knee hurt. Let's get a picture of your knee. But when somebody say they depressed, when somebody showing symptoms of being bipolar, nobody says, let me study the brain. You know, and he was like, most of the mental illnesses are connected to the brain. And a lot of us have, like, a lot of our brains are in terrible shape. And a lot of these mental health conditions or these mental illnesses can be reversed if we focus on improving the quality of our brains. But they was like, he was talking about in this book how mental illnesses and the mental health, this is one of the only fields where we don't examine like the body part that's associated with the condition. So we not studying the brain. But all of these issues can be reversed and prevented if we just focus on improving the quality of the brain. I thought that was very interesting. Boom Crypto, for sure. Got to be ready for the information. Clean the plate. You say, what do you eat on a daily basis for calories? Clean the plate, man. It depends, man. But for the most part, man, you just eat things like beans, man. Get your fruits and veggies, bananas, berries, spinach, kale, broccoli, sweet potatoes, like I said, chickpeas, kidney beans, black beans, quinoa, hemp seeds, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, like the unshelled sunflower seeds, organic, of course. Those are a great snack. Pumpkin seeds, jungle peanuts. That's a good source of protein for people that's looking for plant-based sources of protein. That's pretty solid. So those are some of the main things that I consume, man. Just keep it simple. As you say, the difference between people willing to learn versus people unwilling to learn, for sure. And some people just like to debate too. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to hear what you have to say just so they can tell you that you're wrong. Nobody got time for that. You know, I ain't got time for that. Like somebody might just seek me out to ask me some vegan questions just so they can argue with me. Man, I don't got time for that, man. Because I can easily show and prove, but what's the point? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, when you come into a situation looking for a debate, there's no convincing you. You know, so it's not even worth it. That's why I don't even understand why some people engage in debates or conversations or dialogues with individuals like that. They letting you know their intentions up front. They coming to you to debate. They in debate mode. They not trying. They not gonna reach a compromise. They think that you wrong. They already let you know that. There's no convincing them that you right. You know. Antonio, yeah, for sure. It gets a little draining, man. When if you in a room and it's six of y'all, you know, five people get to voice their opinion, and everybody like, oh, okay, cool. But then when you voice your opinion because it may be left field compared to everybody else, it's like they don't even want to acknowledge it. You know, or it's crickets. Like, don't nobody want to say anything because they don't understand the perspective, and they not striving to gain an understanding. They not even striving to ask you questions. They like, yeah, dude sounding crazy. What dude on? Next, you know what I'm saying? So that could get draining as well. Boom crypto for sure. They train you for sure. That's what school is all about. That's what college is about. Training grounds right there. Boom crypto. Joe Dispenza got a few books that I have around here somewhere. But yeah, this but yeah, Crown Heart, lentils for sure. I say lentils every video except for this one. But yeah, this book for sure is definitely powerful though. Like I said, man, he was talking about how many people he helped just by studying their brain, just by scanning their brain. Man, I could probably read. Y'all know I like to bring the book into effect. Let me see if I can find a little story, man. Let me see if I can just find a little situation where you know what I'm saying, where they reverse the condition simply by scanning somebody's brain and then giving them certain things to do and implement. You know, he was talking about people being diagnosed with like ADHD, but it really wasn't ADHD. It was like a situation where their brain was affected due to like playing sports or something in the past, so they fell on their head hard when they was a kid and things like that, and that's what actually caused, you know, the depression or the schizo, all of that type of stuff, man. So basically saying like depression is not a condition, it's a symptom, basically. That's what this book is talking about. So the things that we consider mental illnesses are actually symptoms of your brain being damaged. So when somebody say they depressed, when somebody say they bipolar, when somebody say they schizo, like those are actually symptoms of the brain being damaged. They are not conditions in and of themselves, and that's what this book is showing and proving. So when somebody say, "Oh, I'm depressed," that's just a symptom of their brain being damaged. So go get your brain checked out. Is what he's saying. Go get your brain scanned. And that's going to let you know why you're depressed. See what part of your brain is affected. See what part of your brain is damaged. And that can answer your questions and solve your problems. That's what he's talking about. Then you say some doctors don't even do thorough fit. Yeah, man. I remember the last physical I had, dude just asked me how I was feeling. I told him I felt good, and that was it. Literally. However you say, so is there no evidence of damage to mentally ill? or studying being done. And in this book, like the studying that's been done, back in the day, like he went through the history of mental illnesses, like the progression. And you know how they used to think that if you had the mental illness, then you were like possessed, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he went through the popular beliefs of the time, the advancement in science. And that's why I tell everybody, man, like when we use in science and things like that, man, like a lot of times, and I've talked about it, the scientists being paid off and things like that. And the scientists, they gonna put out the information that agrees with the interests that they have been paid to protect or agree with. So a lot of times we got to ask who paying off these scientists. Because like I said, back in the day, man, like if you was a woman and you had any ounce of intuition, if you talked about intuition as a woman back in the day, Salem witch trials, you was a witch. And all you was doing really was activate your subconscious. You was tapped into your subconscious. They would have been like, no, you a witch. Things like that. If you was in a religious society back in the day and you was talking about subconscious minds and predicting things, just talking like metaphysical, they was gonna like, oh, you possessed. Gotta get this demon out of you. Things like that. So mental illnesses have always been viewed as something along those lines. They ain't really never had a thorough understanding of mental illnesses, at least for the most part. There have been certain people that have linked it to like the brain and things like that. But it's rare though. A lot of times when we talk about mental illness, a lot of cultures have associated that with something that's like religious, like, oh, you demonic, you possessed, and this, that, and the third. Like it really ain't that, man. It could be your brain is damaged. Something simple like that. Montel, you say there's entrepreneurship classes recently in the school district, but do you think it helps anything? Man, I took an entrepreneurship a class in college that did not help. That class was pointless. I ain't gonna say it's completely pointless because we did do like a business plan, but I didn't take much from that class. Boom Crypto, you say the brain gets stuck in fight or flight mode. My brother has that issue. Hey, it talks about that in his book too. Antonio, for sure. Man, I'm telling you, and a lot of people lack substance. So you know what I'm saying? We basically done with majority of the population because most people lack substance. Talk about the same old nonsense, and then even like what I'm saying, because we versatile. I could talk about what everybody else is talking about. It's just the way that I'm gonna view it is probably different. And there goes the disconnect. Terenzo, peace. What's happening? Norbert, peace. What's the word? Yeah, Magic Realm, breaking the habit of being yourself. That's the one. Hey, that's the one. That's the one right there. That's the jewel. That's the book right there. That's the jewel for sure. But yeah, man, that's the part where I'm listening to myself, like my brother stated there. Just not rocking with people that lack the substance, man. People that ain't talking about anything. People that ain't striving to progress, striving to learn. Man, I ain't rocking with them people, man. That's what myself is telling me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening this time. I'm not going against that. If you're not receptive to this information that I'm bringing to the table, then I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you at all. If you lack substance, if you don't talk about anything but nonsense, I'm not rocking with you. I'm not rocking with you at all. That's what myself is telling me, and I'm listening. Back in the day, I might have went against that, but now I'm listening. I'm all ears, as they say. Boom Crypto for sure. Big time intimidated, man. And just don't be striving to gain an understanding, man. I can see if you intimidated, but then you still striving to gain understanding, you intrigued a little bit. But people just be intimidated and they like, all right, whatever. I don't even want to know. Again, when you stop learning, that's when you die. So when something is intimidated, man, to me, when I'm intimidated by something, I want to master it. I want to conquer it. So if I come across a problem that it's intimidating, I'm like, hey, that's crazy, this difficult. Hey, that's making me more aggressive in regards to conquering that situation, mastering that problem. That's how I feel. But a lot of other people don't feel that way. Like, man, I'm intimidated. Therefore, I'm not pursuing this. Jasmine, peace. What's happening, Queen? What's the word? Yeah, oh yeah, Magic. Boy, you get called pseudo and a conspiracy theorist with the quickness when they have no substance or when they one-dimensional. So sometimes it ain't even that they lack substance. They might just be one-dimensional to the point where whatever they believe is right and exact. And anything that goes against their status quo is pseudo or a conspiracy. I'm not going to call somebody that disagrees with what I'm saying pseudo or a conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to do it. Like, I don't call you pseudo just because you think veganism is trash. Like, that's just how you feel. I can give you the reasons why it's not, but I'm not going to call you pseudo. I'm not going to call you a conspiracy theorist. Like, I'm not going to do these things. Airview, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably something wrong with all of our brains. Like, I feel like all of our brains have some type of damage. Even because this goes back to before you was brought into existence, when we in the womb. You know what I'm saying? If your mom Dukes is pregnant with you and she consuming toxic foods, that could be enough to kill some brain cells before you even get out. You know, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say most of us have slightly damaged brains. But how many times have you actually saw a picture of your brain? Like, how many people have actually saw a picture of their actual brain, like the condition of their brain? Like, how many of you all, Tasha Peace, what's happening, Queen? How many of you all have saw an actual image of your brain? And when was the last time? Like, man, I done had X-rays on every body part but my actual brain. Like, I've never seen my actual brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done got X-rays all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Knees, shoulders, back, all of that. Akuma, peace, what's happening? But how many people have seen their actual brain? Like, how many people? Somebody let me know. When the last time you saw a picture of your brain? To the point where you know your brain is in top-notch health. Boom, Crypto, what you say? I saw a brain scan about 4 years ago when I died and was brought back. Now, see what I'm saying? Look at the condition in which you had to see the brain. You know what I'm saying? When you died and was brought back is when you had to see the condition of your brain. How many times have we seen the condition of our brain? We just had like a mental episode. Like, if you went to see somebody and said, man, I'm suffering from depression. How many times have that person said, hey, you need to go get your brain checked out? You went to somebody and say, man, you know what I'm saying? I've been feeling down a lot more recently. How many times has a person say, hey, you might need to go get your brain checked out? Man, they gonna start telling you need to go see a shrink. You need to go see a therapist. Like, that's cool and all. Therapy is cool and all, but again, we trying to get somebody to fix our mind, but we not understanding that the mind is connected to that brain, which is what this book is talking about. I'm trying to see if I got some things that's highlighted that I can read to y'all, because this is an important book. I'm gonna read this part to y'all, man. I'm gonna read this part to y'all. Jason was 18 and in his first year of college at the University of Rhode Island when he first started hearing voices and having visual hallucinations. Based on his symptoms, the university psychiatrist diagnosed him with schizophrenia. So he got diagnosed with schizophrenia and told his parents he would need to be on antipsychotic medication for the rest of his life. But the medication triggers suicidal thoughts. Go figure. Horrified, his mother called me. She and I worked together at a large public television station. I told her I wanted to see Jason immediately. Jason's brain SPECT scan showed evidence of a past brain injury affecting his left temporal lobe, which when damaged is often involved in mood instability, dark thoughts, and hallucinations. And it also revealed low activity in his frontal lobes where focus, forethought, and planning occur. Do we understand certain portions of the brain that contribute to certain thoughts? Like, do people know this? You know what I'm saying? So if it's a certain part of your brain that's affected, that can trigger hallucinations and dark thoughts. See, if we knew these type of things, when we have dark thoughts, instead of us saying, man, I'm depressed, I'm finna go talk to somebody, you would say, man, I'm having dark thoughts, let me go get my brain checked. Let me go get my brain checked. My left temporal lobe might be messed up. How many times have you heard somebody say, man, your left temporal lobe might be damaged, that's why you having dark thoughts? How many have heard that? How many times have you heard somebody tell you, hey, you having these dark thoughts because it's your left temporal lobe? Are you having trouble planning because your frontal lobes are damaged? That's why you can't focus, because your frontal lobes are damaged. How many times are you hearing people connect these type of dots? But let me continue reading on though. Let me go back. Jason's brain SPECT scan showed evidence of a past brain injury affecting his left temporal lobe, which when damaged is often involved in mood instability, dark thoughts, and hallucinations. And it also revealed low activity in his frontal lobes, where focus, forethought, thought, and planning occur. When he was 5 years old, Jason had jumped headfirst into an empty bathtub and was unconscious for a brief period. He had also sustained several concussions while wrestling and playing soccer. Since the age of 5, Jason had struggled with low-grade depression. His symptoms worsened when he was 12 years old and experienced bullying at school. While at college, Jason started hearing voices. They constantly made mean comments about him and others. Often the voices would speak at the same time. In addition, he began seeing gory visions of his own death, including being strangled by a snake. After meeting with Jason and reviewing his SPECT brain scans, my conclusion was that he did not have schizophrenia. Rather, he had a psychotic depression, which had been made worse by the prior brain injury, undisciplined thought patterns, and chronic stress. I took him off his antipsychotic medication, which he was supposed to be on for life, supported his brain recovery with healing nutrients, and had him do cognitive behavioral therapy. You will find, well, no, wait, yeah, and hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help heal his prior brain injury. Within 4 months, he was remarkably improved. The following year, he was back at school. Subsequently, we have also helped many people in Jason's family, including his mother, father, nephew, and cousin. So, if y'all can see the picture, you see the brain. Let me see. Hold on. You see the brain when it was damaged. This is the Jason that they was talking about. This is the damaged one. You see it when it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the scan in the brain. And that solved the depression. Scan in the brain. That's how they got to the bottom of the depression, by scanning the brain. But we don't do that though. But we don't do that. Ain't nobody thinking to suggest that when you having dark thoughts, mood instability, mood swings. We just think we going crazy. You know, that's the type of stuff that we say. We going crazy. I hear these thoughts in my head. I'm going crazy. That's what they want you to believe, because that was the popular thing back in the day. Like, nah, it's a certain part of your brain that's messed up. That's why you're hearing these thoughts. That's why you hallucinate. That's why you seeing things that's not there. It's a portion of your brain that's damaged. They don't want us to know that though, because they want to put us on these meds for the rest of our lives. Like, literally. So that's what they own, man. Like, a lot of time, like I said, man, if you having anything that you feel like is like a mental breakdown, mental illness, man, hey, according to this book, get your brain checked out. Get the brain checked out. Matter of fact, man, when the time is right, I'm gonna just go get that checked out just off the strength because I played football for a minute. So I know, you know what I'm saying? I know it's some damage there, man. I'd be naive to think it's no damage there. You know, so this book is just encouraging me to go get the brain checked out. Most brothers probably need to go get the brain checked out, man, because the way we grimy and the way we played around, you know what I'm saying? We just rough. We probably all got some brain damage a little bit. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? As rough as we did play back in the day, I'm pretty sure, like I said, slightly damaged somewhere. Interview for sure. Yeah, definitely, man. We gotta put more energy into the brain, into healing the brain. And like I said, just notice it's always when we talk about it, it's always called mental health. Like that's how they get us. They use the word mental. That's how they get us. You know what I'm saying? Because if they say brain, then like boom, it's a different ball. We're gonna look at it differently. When they say mental, like we been programmed to like we don't really associate the mind with the brain all the time. If they just said it's you know what I'm saying, you have a brain issue, then we could deal with the brain directly. But they call it mental health issue. That's how they got you feeling like you crazy. That's how they got us. Like it's trick knowledge with the words because they can simply label all of this brain health, meaning now we can deal with the brain directly. But they're gonna be like, nah, it's mental health. So then you just crazy. Like, oh, you hearing voices? That's your mind. It's crazy. It ain't got nothing to do with your brain. You just crazy. Let's do an exorcism. You know, man, they used to do all type of things, bloodletting. Like they used to cut folk, bleed them out. You know what I'm saying? They believe that healed the people with the mental illnesses. Man, we gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna cut them, let them bleed it out. Like little stupid stuff like that. Big Smooth for sure, man. I'm telling back in the backyards, man, playing. Man, I'll tell you, man, as much as we play football, as much as we fought, you done been in any type of fist fight, you done been jumped, anything along those lines, man. You probably we got some damage going on. Hey, Akuma, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Very possible. You didn't be if you didn't been in any type of situation where you know what I'm saying, hit your head, you could have potentially damaged your brain, and that could potentially have led to a lot of different symptoms. Oh, boom, crypto for sure, man. Yeah, meditation is very peaceful. Yeah, man, meditation is very peaceful. Very great thing. A lot of people misunderstand what meditation is all about, though. You know, people think meditation, you just sitting there not thinking. Like, nah, man, meditation is all about thinking. Letting them thoughts come and go. That's all it is. Don't stop those thoughts though. Let them come, let them go. That's the key. But a lot of people like, man, I can't meditate. I can't sit there and just not think, man. That ain't what we telling you to do. That ain't what meditation is telling you to do. Like, not at all. Meditation is telling you let them thoughts come and go as they naturally would do anyway. That's what meditation is about. That's what meditation is telling you to do. That's the instructions for meditation. Those are the instructions. Patrick, you say, oh, you play at Matthew Dickey? Oh man, for sure. Oh, you in it? Shoot, yeah, you in my area. Yeah. Matthew Dickey, for sure. Dean, for sure. 100%. And like I said, a lot of times they gonna get misdiagnosed, ADHD, ADD, they just a problem child, they bad, stuff like that, without trying to get to the bottom of it. Without trying to get to the bottom of it. And before I forget, man, I got some some supplements right here, man. My olive leaf extract. Go ahead, hey, get this joint for the immune system. And we got some echinacea and golden seal capsules. You know what I'm saying? Get some of these, man. Invest in their health, man. Olive leaf and that echinacea and golden seal, man. Powerful herbs in capsule form for the kid. Norbit, come and go. I literally mean just that. Let the thought come and then let it leave. Because that's what it's going to naturally do. Don't sit there and focus on it. When you don't focus on the thought, meaning, boom, here go this thought. Let's just say I was abused as a kid. Boom. When that thought arises, don't stop it and say, damn, man, that was messed up. Like, no, just let the thought come. Man, I was abused as a child by such and such, such and such. Then now it's gone. Now your next thought comes. That's what I mean by come and go, literally. What happens is we stop these thoughts. We focus on how traumatic it was, how bad it was. And then that's when we start to feel depressed and all that. Just allow the thought to come. And then just as fast as it has came, it's going to be gone just as fast. Came and went, as they say. That's the problem that people have. It's either they try to prevent that traumatic thought from coming in the first place, or when it does come, they just focus on how traumatic it is. They stop it and just focus on how traumatic it was. Like, man, this was all bad. Like, don't even do that. Just allow the thoughts, allow them to flow. Allow them to flow. Because that's the nature of life. Everything flows. Just let it flow. Let it flow. Feelings, emotions, all of these things flow. You don't feel one way throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different ways you feel based off of what happens to you. That's you letting life flow unconsciously. You're doing the same thing when you meditate. Let everything flow. Let the thoughts flow. Whatever you choose to feel, whatever you choose to think of, allow yourself to just think it. You know, don't stop it. All right, man. All right, here you go. That traumatic thought from the past coming. Boom. Allow it to do its thing. Then allow it to go. Say, okay, yeah, this happened to me in the past, but I survived it. Now that thought is gone. Here goes the next thought. You know, so it's really that simple. When I learned that was key. Because when I initially was meditating, I thought it was just not thinking at all. Like, I'm just supposed to sit there and not think. Like, no. You know, meditate. Matter of fact, you can make meditation personal. Hey, when I'm working out, that's a form of meditation. You know what I'm saying? So you could just personalize meditation. When you sleep, that could be a form of meditation. When you listen to music, that could be your form of meditation. Oh, Patrick, man, I got these joints off of Amazon. You know what I'm saying? These ain't the joints I make. These just some joints I had. No, matter of fact, I'm tripping. I ain't get these from Amazon. I got these from Whole Foods. Yeah, I ain't ordered these. I got these. I grabbed these joints. Yeah, I had to go to the store to get these mugs. But I'm pretty sure they on Amazon though. But yeah, these some good joints though. Hey, Boom Crypto for sure. Appreciate you tapping in. Kuma, yeah, for sure, man. And that, hey, I'm telling you, when I'm lifting weights, man, that's meditation. That's meditation 100%, man. When I'm lifting those weights, when I'm lifting heavy weights, I'm meditating. I don't care what the politically correct term for meditation is, or you know what I'm saying. When I'm lifting heavy weights, I'm meditating. In my mind, I'm meditating. In my mind, that's meditation. So that's what I'm rolling with. But yeah, man, you can personalize meditation, man. Your meditation, wherever you comfortable at, that's meditation. Whatever you comfortable doing, that's meditation. And don't let anybody try to convince you otherwise, man. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get off this joint for the day, man. I just wanted to do some quick inspirational talking and whatnot, building and whatnot, man. It's been about 4 days. Like I said, I've been laying low. trying to take care of yourself, man. Focus on some other things. So I just want to tap back in with y'all. Let y'all know I'm still alive out here. I'm gonna try to tap back in with y'all tomorrow for sure. Got a lot of snow on my end over here, man. So I'm about to monitor this weather and whatnot. Probably cancel the rest of these gym sessions, man. Just focus on diving back into this book. So I'm gonna let y'all go and enjoy the rest of y'all Thursday, man. Y'all be peaceful out here, man. Y'all get some healthy foods in. Meditate since we talked about it. If you haven't exercised yet, get you 20 minutes in a day. Read you some pages in a nice, positive, informative book. Drink you some water. Get you some sleep. All that good stuff, man. I'm out. Y'all be easy out here. Peace.